What's up? What's going on? What's going on? Shelly. What in the world's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? What's up, Christian? Man, I'm trying to figure out show primary display. There we go. Tertiary display. Current application. Splits it up. Ecamm line with Weeble desktop. Primary display. Is that it? Man, what's going on, everybody? Colombiano, hola, Michael, Evangel, Dirkus, Mr. T. Oh man, that's great to hear, Mr. T. That's great to hear. Deanna, Ben. Hey, Ben. I'll play you some Skinner, son. Don't you tempt me. WRS09. Hey, hey, what's up? How we doing? How we doing? What's up, Jay? And we're back. There's Miss Barbara. Took my 530 QQQ, went up 3 or 4 points, baby. I like it. I like it. My dog. Man, I like that, Mr. T. Jose Guevara. This guy's been putting in the work too, man. Been doing good. I'm so proud. Super proud. Super, super proud. So let me check something too, man. We had a delay. We still killed it today, but there was a delay on my stream, and I need to check that right fast. There we go. I need to check. There we go. About 5 seconds. Okay, I'll try to go down one more latency in the morning when we go live. Shelly said hit the like button, y'all. Bruce, look here. Let me put it up on the screen, on the big screen. Bruce said, give me some Curtis Lowe. Dirk has killed a spy today. Mr. T, yeah, Jose, I feel you, brother. We gotta get you fixed up, man. You know, we had a really good day. We did have a good day. I'm so wanting to buy AMD. It's had a few good days. I feel like 112.50's got to be well, maybe like 113. We got to close over that. We got to get a close over that, like with a 1 hour, at least a 1 hour close over it. So I'm still holding off on AMD for leaps. Um, Now it switches, doesn't it? There we go. Okay. So Spy Lord Joe Rogan. I take that as a compliment, man. Take that as a compliment. Let's go check. Let's hit the cues. That's what we played today. That's what I played today. And I'm about to start. Yep, Evangel, you just took the words out of my mouth. I've got a private session with a gentleman, and he piqued my interest on this, and really, he said there's probably a lot of people in the Discord that wants to do this, so I am learning it. Past 2 days, I have played with it some. The only issue I'm having is when we go to, let's say, uh, I don't even know if I can. No, you can't buy. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. Can't buy options anyways after hours. So, um, I can show you. It'd probably be better for me to do a video on it. I can show you how to set it up. I'm gonna remove it once and then I'll add it back. And guys, this is just for Weeble. WRS, Q Lord. Yeah, I know Mr. T. They really trade similar, so but sometimes I notice the Qs can move a little more fluid than the SPY, and the options are basically the same. The liquidity and the bid and ask spread, there's really no difference. So I'm gonna give it a run, see how it goes. I mean, we like 5 out of 6 today or something, 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 6. Um, what was I saying? So this is just for Weeble. Okay, this is just for Weeble and WRS. I try to do lives as many nights a week as I can for recaps and for questions, for just general questions. Um, and we go back and look at our trades, and then if anybody's got questions, I try to help out. Evangel, I know, right? The Q Lord. So, any of these blocks or these divvies on Weeble, you can add other widgets within this block. So this comes standard, and what I'll do is I'll set up a brand new window and show you how, if Webull layouts, if you do create a new window, this is how it comes. Okay. This is exactly how, if you just go up here to Windows, you hit create a new window. This is how that window is set up. And you can alter this in many different ways. Oh, you're welcome, brother. Kamal, I'm absolutely going to hit the technicals. We're really pushing highs now. So if we go to uh, I'll just bring up the SPY. This is a blank chart. It just starts with simple moving average. That's it. I'm gonna turn it off. Each one of these blocks has these three little lines on them, right? You can drag in between these blocks, make them larger, smaller. You can add other widgets. I don't use a lot of these things. Time of sales, volume analysis. Maybe I should. I don't yet. Um, I usually remove this. Anytime you want to remove something, you can touch these three lines up here. You can detach it, put it on another monitor. You can just blow it up for a second, or you can remove it if you don't use it. So I'll remove that one, and I'll remove that makes the volume analysis and time and sales larger. I don't really use these, so I remove that, and I remove volume analysis, and that leaves the trade window, turbo trader, and the ladder. Now, this is set for regular shares. So if I want to add another widget, I can just come to these three little lines again, come to add widget, and you come down through and you get all these things, or you can bring up all the widgets and look at them. Here's Turbo Trader options. So I click it. Now it has just simply become a drop down tab, just like all these. Okay. Here's Turbo Trader options now. Now the only thing with this, see if I can make it a little bigger here for everybody. Bring this down. Here's like your positions, your orders from today, all that. Is you have to sort of fill in the parameters of the options you want displayed. I do like leaving calls and puts up, and I usually display. It'll only list 10. Okay. Then you have to select. You also have to go in here to the expiration date and say, I want tomorrow's the 14th, so I pull up the 14th, and I'll say, generally day trading. I look. We got options from like 50, 60 cents sometimes, all the way up to $2 and $3 for a contract on the SPY and the Qs. So you have to go into the bid right here, and you'll say between the prices of .50 over to, let's say, $2.50 contracts. Click OK, and it's going to list those calls and those puts for you that fits that parameter. Okay. Now you can alter that anytime you want to. Let's say, well, we want to go up to $4. Click OK. It'll bring a few more up for you. Here's the bid. Here's the ask. Now, something you have to do with turbo options and with any of these drop down tabs is you will. That's only for the web application or for the this is for the desktop, Christian. I don't know about the web. I assume they're pretty similar. Any of these drop down tabs, you can right click and it'll bring the settings up for that particular widget. So there's I right click the Turbo Trader options. You can, if you want there to be, you see how I can make this either 5 contracts, 10 contracts. You can have displayed 6 different blocks over here. So we're going to right click again, go to settings. I could say, I also want 2 contracts sometimes. Sometimes I just want 4 contracts. Sometimes I want 20 contracts. Done. Now, look, you can just manually, you got those set in there automatically. Okay. So if you may be dealing with cheaper options, you say, well, I'm gonna grab more. We'll get 10 instead of 5. That simple. Now we'll go back. We're gonna right click again, Turbo Trader option settings. Here's the buy button. Now, when you hit the buy button, you can automatically set a stop loss by checking this. You can automatically set a take profit order by clicking this. Okay. I've not messed with it enough yet, but I know, where'd it go? Buy button. 10% is not much on these day trading options, so I set it at 20%. You can display how you want your position to look on the chart, and then you can display the order price or the symbol. Okay, and then you click done. Now, if I buy this 611 call, I just highlight it and left click, and it puts it up down here for me to buy. Now, if you've been with me a little while, on the SPY and on QQQ, generally on Tesla, Apple, Amazon, I think there's not much spread on the bid and the ask. So I do market orders only. And I had this messed up today and missed a fill and missed a great trade because it's tried to set a limit order, and a limit order doesn't fill unless it hits that price, right? So these are some things I cover, for newer people or for one-on-ones or whatever. There's lots of different order types. A common order type is called a limit order or a market order. If you do a limit order, I'll just do this for new people if they don't know. If you do a limit order, you have to manually set the price you want your uh, contract to fill it. So if they're at 81 cents for the bid, 83 cents for the ask, and you're buying 100 contracts, that 1 penny, it might make a little difference. Or you might say, this is coming down a little bit. I'm going to set it for 75. Once it hits 75, it's going to fill. I don't usually do that because I'm in and out of trades quick. So I always change this manual input to market, and it's going to automatically fill me, even though it's at the little bit higher of a price, I get filled and I don't miss the trade. And there's 2 cents difference in the bid and the ask here. I don't care about that. I want in the trade if I want in the trade. I don't want to miss the trade. And after you do that, uh, you'll just hit buy at market, and if we got 5 selected, it's going to fill 5 contracts. The way it's set up right now, it fills 5 contracts and it sets a stop loss on 5 contracts at 20%. I've not yet figured out other than to just set this at 1 and hit buy 5 times real quick, which you can do, I guess. And it would set 5 different uh, orders for you. So you could adjust those and sell them independently. Because I like to sell them independently. So I got a little more digging to do on how to do this properly. Someone else told me there's a ladder that I can add, so a price ladder, maybe I can add it that way. I pulled around a little bit today and figured out how to move it a little bit, but I'm not 100% with it. On my phone, I can run it up and down super easy. There's a little workaround, but I can do it fast. I imagine this is going to be fast, probably faster once I figure it out. So that's about as far as I can go. We're not in market hours, so I can't buy an option to show you anything, but that's a quick rundown how to add turbo options. You also need to go to right click turbo options and do those setups, especially on your buy button. I imagine you can, when you set the take profit, you can set it for, uh, you know, I want to take profit at 25% to start with. And when you buy that, it's going to set a stop and a take profit order for you. I just need to figure out how to move those and move them independently. So that's what I'm up to at this point. It's not very hard to do. I spent, a little time on it today and a little time yesterday trying to learn how to do it. So I'll set up and do a complete instruction video on it once I've got it all figured out. So this is kind of how I don't have it this big most of the time. It'll show you your working positions down here. And one thing I will say is I uncheck this order confirmation because you can hit buy and then it gives you a pop-up block and makes you confirm it. Some people might want that. I don't want that. Even if I made a mistake once every blue moon, I don't want to be missing because I got to go hit OK 2 times. You know what I mean? Loud, loud work. You know how to do it. Hit me up, brother. I'll probably figure the rest of it out tomorrow. I was trying to trade and learn it at the same time today and got a little confused. But if you want to reach out to me, man, and I'll do a call with you and you can explain it real quick. I would definitely listen. I'm not above learning something new, especially for the whole family. If I can put something together for everybody. Evangel, mm, the workaround for that, if you just go to sell market, it may not let you because that order is in. But what you do is you should just be able to move your stop. A stop loss is a market order unless you did a stop limit. So a stop loss, if this was the option and I had it, it's at 609.83 and my option was at 609.70, I would just click and drag. If I want out of the trade, I would just click my option, drag it up a penny behind, and once it falls, it's going to kick you. Okay, hang on a second. Loud says if you click on options, click on mid price of the contract. If you click on options chain, and click on mid price of the contract, I guess during market hours, not going to do nothing right now. Are you talking about after you've made the purchase, loud work? Mike, they're relatively cheap. See the Ibrahim. What? I'm about to look massive. What tier are you in, Ibrahim? What tier are you in? Are you middle tier or VIP or what? The only way to do it and subscribe to me is to let it. You if you're in the middle tier, you can upgrade using my link. Okay, so all you need to do uh is go to cancel. Let's see here. You can go to the description in the video that you're watching, and my link for the VIP is in there. If you click on that link, you can go, it'll take you in and you subscribe to VIP under my link. And I think you have to. Does anybody else know this? Hello, Jorge. Does he have to cancel first? Has anybody else done this where you upgraded to me? Or does he have to make a ticket? You can see options change chart at the same time. See the update. Okay, Jorge. Oh, yeah. Debbie knows. Go. So you go to the WHOP app, WHOP. Oh, Steve, man, thank you. Thank you so much. Loud, I see what you're saying. Yes, Ibrahim, all you have to do is go to the WAP app like you how you subscribed and unsubscribe, and then you can just use my you can use my link. That's the best way to support me. That's actually how I'm trying to get the most support is through my Discord link with Josh. That's what helps me the most. If you're willing to do that, I really appreciate it. You know, it makes a huge difference to me. That's how I'm able to do this 5 days a week with you guys. And if you need help doing that, man, you can reach out to me, tag me on Discord, message me or whatever, and I'll help you. So loud, I seen that brought up. I'll try this during market hours tomorrow. So that brought up the actual contract when I did that. I see. Okay. I'll play with that tomorrow. I will absolutely play with that tomorrow. Okay. Let me close this window. I'll get us back to this. Hey, Jay, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Massive. Do I buy strangles or stick to one direction at a time? I usually stick to one direction. Occasionally, occasionally, let's look at SPY. And Jorge, can you look what's your morning break? Yeah. And this will tell you also. I was watching, here's VWAP. And sometimes I like to play a chart naked just with VWAP and my lines, my support resistance lines. So I knew I knew this morning, let's go back to 15s. Turn it nighttime mode off here. Okay. I go to drawings. I like using the ray. I see a lot of, look at this whole day and this whole day here. 605.50 was a good support. What did I have in? I was watching SPY 605.70. That's what I put this morning in pre-market. Okay. You can see that that is pretty much the highs from February 10th. That is also the highs from February 11th. That's also pre-market highs from yesterday. So I felt pretty good about that support. When I go back to today and I go to a 5 minute time frame, auto, I've seen, I wanted this to clear for calls. before we even opened. And I saw this consolidation right here. This is pre-market. This is the last hour of pre-market is usually telling me something. So I want to mark about the top of that. I got a good strong candle here, mark the top, and it's lining up with all these wicks. Okay. And I had a level 602.50 right there. Look at there. Here's that pre-market low from this big candle here. Pretty much the lows of this. So I'm marking that stuff. These are ranges. These are telling me ranges. Lo and behold, that's also where the price action yesterday dipped and bounced 2 times. So that's a good strong level, 602.50 pretty much. That's a good level. Now, under that, I had 600. 600 is a big level, big psychological level. Let's go ahead and mark it. If I do a horizontal line at 600, right there, we'll make that puppy red. Make it stand out big. Okay. If I go to a 1 hour, I can see, 600 was a big reversal back here. Here's 600 coming into play all this day. It wicked here, closed on top. These are 1 hour candles. Here's 600 back here at this day. That's like 599.25. So 600 is a pretty good psychological support. Huge number. I'm going to mark it right at it anyways. Those were my levels this morning. If I go to above us, 604.50. I got that marked. Turned out that was pretty much probably the top of morning market. Yeah. Ended up being 604.75. I'm off a quarter. So this should be right here. So today, this was kind of the range I had from pre-market low to pre-market high. And then I also, since there's some difference, we take that first 3 5-minute candles, 1, 2, 3, and I mark the body of them. That's what Josh does. So pretty much right here, 603.70. This is considered morning market structure. These first 3 5-minute candles, the 15-minute candle, never broke this range. So then again, if you're with me, you'll see I go to drawings, I come over to the second tool, drop down tab, and I do a rectangle. I start at one corner, drag down and across, and I make myself a range. Okay. You see all this pre-market action stays in this range. These first 3 candles stayed in. This candle stayed in. Here was go long. So even if you didn't take my initial level from a little bit longer or a little bit more from a further look out, once we started breaking over VWAP, we became bullish. This candle closed over morning market. This was a signal to go long. We killed this morning. 604.75 to 607.50. Almost 3 whole points. Almost 3 whole points. So Jorge, that's how I do morning market. I'll take the last hour of pre-market is usually the most important. And often it will be in the same range as the first 15 minutes of the market. Okay. Hopefully that helps you. Then I add VWAP on. And my first thing, I have to be over VWAP for calls. And you can also see we got this little dip on the MACD and then we shot up. We crossed right back up on this candle in between this candle and that candle. So this was perfect entry right here. MACD even gave you a cross up over top of the zero line, which is super bullish. Okay, let me catch up. I got you loud. I'll do that tomorrow. See you, Jose. Boom, baby. I noticed that about the contracts under recently viewed loud. When bell ring, you don't have time to put the lines. Kamal, hopefully that gave you the range. For tomorrow, the you know we're back to highs. We have to we have to start clearing 610. And I noticed on the daily we're looking fairly bullish, but we've been stopped out here once, twice, 3 times already. And we're coming back on it, man. So we got to bust through that. We do have 60 on the RSI on the daily, so that's nice. We just need that to hold up and push more. The MACD is remained up here in bullish hands on the daily, so it's bullish to me. It's bullish to me. Not saying we're not going to get a pullback or retest. I could definitely see us coming maybe even back to here. 607.50. Probably going to be a little support. If we go back, yeah, perfect. Perfect. Looky here. 607.50. All that range right there. Really 608. I would call it 608. Sit the top of this wick on these 4-hour candles and the high of this day. Perfect lineup for 608. So I'd say 608 for some support. We could back test that. We could back test that in the morning before market opens. All right. So 4-hour, it's got room up on the RSI. The daily's definitely got room up. it's cooking. We start clearing 610. I may I may swing a call towards next Friday and see what it do. See how tomorrow's Friday. Always apt for sell-offs on Fridays sometimes. Not always, but something to people taking profit, something to be on the lookout for. Uh, yeah, we had a good day today. Several good trades. I think we were 5 for 6 today, if I'm not mistaken. So it was a good time, really good time. It's always a good time, but it's even a better time when we're making money. Um, Going back and looking today, here's the top of morning market. Really, if you bring this up to this wick, look exactly where we dipped to and then took off again, right on top of morning market. Makes perfect sense to load calls again right here to me. Got any questions? I will look back. I really like looking back at least a week to 2 weeks. Because if we go to, I got a few more minutes. Let me open trade view here. Everybody good? Everybody good? Get rid of this. I'll look at something. Okay. I like to do a 1 hour chart trading view. I need to switch screens. Let me see. How do I do that? There we go. Okay, there's trading view for you. Okay, I'm on a 1 hour chart. I want to catch things. So in the past week, a lot is below us. I want to catch all this with my volume profile is the easiest way for me to do it on TradingView. Go to indicators. If you never looked it up, you look it up here. Fixed range volume profile. X that out. I want to start here at the beginning, and I'm gonna go back to this last down move. And you can see, I was telling everybody this, once we cleared 606, this is volume of trading where all the majority of trading happened. This helps you see gaps in price action. Okay. So on the 1 hour chart, I'll go back a week to 2 weeks, and I got this whole big move up included in my chart. There is nothing above us. We are at highs. There's nothing for me to say, okay, we're coming into resistance here. So we have to ride momentum and trade candles. And that's what we're going to be doing now if we start moving up. Okay. So I knew after we cleared, this was the last little shelf of volume. This was the biggie. You can see where all this volume happened. If I took that off, you would see all these candles in this area right here. That's where all the price action was, okay? So I'm saying, bottom line resistance down here at 597, or support, I mean. The best we've got is down to here at 599.70 and up through 600. These are support levels. If we started breaking this, we're going to come here, then down to 597. If we lose 597, this thing can flush quick. So we have to go back to something else under us, like this move down here. You'll start seeing more shelves come out. Okay. See this big volume bar? Why have we caught there 2 times? Because of this volume bar and this. That was it. There was a line in the sand, and all that support and structure caught us right there. It served as support here, here, and here 3 times. So it looks to me now like we've formed a higher low finally. To me, right here at 598 area. That's kind of served as our last low. So I would assume we've got to move up, make new highs, and come back and test some of the top back here to start moving forward. And that's clearing 610, 611. Once we start getting over that, it's, kind of range at a time, That's where people use Fibonacci levels and stuff. And, we just, we'll figure out one day at a time and play momentum. That's how we'll do it. So, when I'm going back and looking, I like going to a 1 hour and going back 1 to 2 weeks, finding my levels. I'll find where things have reversed. If I take this off, I automatically seen reverse points. Here, 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 here. See what you see where I'm getting at? Those levels held. These levels held. We are back to the same line. We have to push. This works good for bigger time frames. I got to get off this. Take these levels off here. Okay. And then going into, I could go 30 minutes. I want to look back at the last few trading sessions. I'll find consolidation areas and reverse points. And I can see automatically the tops of this, here, here, came right into play today when we back tested this 605.60 area. It served as support. It's not been broke. What was resistance is now became support. So I would say 605.60 is support. And then we'll go in the morning and see what we got from there. Okay. Okay, Jorge, see if I can find an instance. Do you enter zero DTEs? Yes, Salish, I do. Most of the time I play zero DTE up until later in the day. Then I'll switch to a day out. Okay. Team Massive are SPY contracts safe to enter with very small contracts with zero DTEs? Yes, if you use a stop loss and you control your position size, like a $500 account or a $1,000 account. You can trade this with only one or two contracts. You can see options for tomorrow. Right now, we usually trade one or two strikes out of the money. So even with a $500 contract or $500 account, you could trade two of these two times a day. You could make two trades per day like that. $1,000 account, you could trade two or three of these, two or three times per trading session. So yeah, you can do it. But you got to control position size. Durkus, I have used the super trend. I don't like it. It back tests very well. If I turn it on and we go back and look, you're gonna be like, oh, this thing's money. Man, it's once it gives you a signal, it can back test way way far down and then come back. It's just I don't know. I don't like it. I never have liked it. I've tried it a few times, but it's not really good. Victor, I'm not sure. Is it President's Day? Team Massive, I was talking about a call. If this keeps moving up, I may try to swing a call for out for a week or so. Let me answer that guy's question about entering early. Jorge, Kamal, thank you, brother. I try. Yeah, I will explain. I'd probably make that decision tomorrow. As for now, 14th, it's Friday, 15th, 16th. I guess the market's closed Monday, guys. I didn't think about that. For President's Day, I believe. 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st. Yeah. There's only 4 trading days next week. So February 21st, if I was going to do a call for a week out, at this point, I would probably do this. I probably do this. I might do the 608s. It's slightly in the money. They're going to move a little less volatile, and you're buying a week out. So you got, yeah. I'd probably be looking at the 608s for calls. Swinging options ain't easy. So you want to control your risk. Like it's crazy news can happen overnight, and your options just gone. It's $5 tonight. You wake up, it's worth 50 cents tomorrow. You have to control your position size. Have to. You can't get out during after hours or pre-markets. Okay, Jorge, for your question, how like sometimes when we go in early, and I know what you're talking about. One instance was yesterday. Certain things have to be um, certain parameters before I want to go. Yeah, there's times I don't care a bit to take calls right out of the gate for some, and there's a reason behind of it. Oh, thank you, Ibrahim. Thank you, Victor. Patience is a key. Patience is a key, man, for sure. I gotta start wrapping up here, guys. Um, I don't think I can do afternoon tomorrow, guys. Anytime I can, I do. Um, Jorge, here you go. Hello, Lena. I don't have any technicals on PZZA. I don't know what that is, but I'll look at it. And I like pizza. I will say that. That's technically accurate. Ha ha. Yesterday, Jorge, are you still in here, Jorge? Yesterday, the market entered on what was it? Bad CPI data, and the market just crashed, hard, and it gave this indicator that I use, the RSI. Okay. It gave the RSI a huge oversold condition. You see how low this is. Even on, uh, excuse me, even on the 1 hour time frame yesterday, the RSI went all the way down to 29 in one candle. Obviously, that was an overreaction. That immediately pretty much told me, even though this may not continue up, this is more than likely going to pop early in the day. It's going to recover some. It has to. There was no more room for it to go down. And on the smaller time frames, Like let's say the 5 minute. We go back to yesterday's session. We had the right conditions to say we can take calls early. We can take risk. There's still risk in it. It could barely pop a couple candles and then flush down some more, but this has to recover some. And by opening bell, we got a MACD cross up right here on the MACD, which is a bullish sign. The RSI was rising, which is a bullish sign. Price action crossed VWAP and closed above VWAP. It was a bullish sign. Now, there was two great entries yesterday, maybe three. I think entering early here, which is what we did, it paid nice. Uh, Basically 600 all the way to 601.70, point and a half. Okay. We get a back test of VWAP and the top of our structure here from pre-market. Pre-market highs, back tested pre-market highs. This was another good entry. MACD was still pushing upward. Now, this was a good entry for another a run, and we get one more back test of VWAP for another good entry. I would have probably exited here. Sometimes it makes sense if you have a well-defined support area and you're sitting on it at market open and you get a couple other indicators showing you, hey, this is going to pop, this is going to go up. Well, I don't want to wait on it to get all the way up here. I want to I could take low risk down here and add my risk up here. I could have sold, re-added on VWAP one time, and I'm done for the day. Like that's a good explanation of why you might get in close to the market open sometimes. Oftentimes most of the time you need to wait for the market to open 15 minutes and settle. But if it starts crossing a like Josh's setups in the morning, those are designed for momentum, and if they got the momentum to carry across a particular resistance, it's okay to take risk. Okay. Yep. So Jorge, that was a good first entry. Second entry was this back test. First entry was closing over VWAP and getting the move across our first line, crossing above it on this candle and that candle. You got two more candles out of it and a back test of the morning structure for another run up, and even one more back test of VWAP. So I hope that answers your question. Sometimes this don't back test much if it's a trending day. Thanks, Victor. So yeah. All right, guys. Any more quick questions? Um, I'll look at PZZA for whoever that was that asked. Oh, is that Papa John's pizza? Woo! Papa John's pizza. Daggone. What happened here? Oh, Super Bowl. That's what happened. Jorge, you got smoked on what, brother? Yeah, I gotta say I have what's the options like? Ooh, there's a lot of spread on these. Mm-mm. I would maybe play shares on this. I wouldn't play options probably. Too much spread on this bid and ask. Not not a lot of interest in these contracts. So I would probably play shares on that. Um, on the first entry, Jorge. On what day, Jorge? Let me see if I can help you, brother. Oh, okay, Jorge. I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah, you keep coming in the mornings with me, some man, and you'll start seeing it. Okay. Whoever was asking about Papa John's, oh man. Well, I'll say this: I wished I had been in it today, but oh boy, here's the weekly. Uh, the weekly just got a cross up on the MACD, man. So that's bullish. I will say the daily's getting pretty overbought already, though. Probably gonna cool off a little. Whoever was asking that. Oh, it's October, November of 2023. Okay. It needs to clear 55.55 to start moving up some. Right now, this could just be shorts covering that's shorted this thing because it's been in a pretty long downtrend. I feel you, Jorge. Oh, okay. Lena, it's on TradingView. I'll do it one more time here. Yeah, Papa John's. I mean, here's the 2-day chart. Hang on one second. My dad's calling us. Okay. Is he done hung up? I mean, it's been in a pretty bad downtrend. Lot of resistance at 64, all the way up to 70. If this thing can get above 55, you can get back to 62, then 70. So that's in a nutshell where you're gonna run into resistance. Okay. Um, Let me get back to the SPY. I'll show you how to do the volume profile one time, and then I'm going to have to go, okay? Here's the daily chart. I go to indicators, type in fixed range, and it'll come up fixed range volume profile. X out. I want to start at my first candle that we just quit today and go back to where you want to go back to measure. You want to get all this, it's going to show you. Okay. Yannick, the blue is up volume, the yellow is down volume, buyers and sellers. And the gaps in between those volumes can oftentimes uh, show you where not much trading happened. And those gaps will tend to uh, fly through when you've not had much trading. So you can run this. I could pull 15 up, 15-minute chart, and I could just go back, pull it up again, and let's just say I want to see price action for the last 3 or 4 days, and look at where all the volume's at. Look at where all the trading happened, and you can see it happened up here. Once we got once we got over this big volume shelf, 606, you can see we have fairly easily went to 610 because there's not a lot of volume up here for it to give resistance to. Okay, in a nutshell. Okay, thanks, Lena. Thanks, Jorge. Uh, GDS stocks already made 100% on. What is it, Evangel? GDS? GDS Holdings Limited? Ooh, wow. This thing flew. You can see how it flew. Once it got above 2760, look at this bad boy take off. Perfect example. Here's ultimate support. Anything under 3250, I'll be cutting this bad boy. She'll fall like a knife. Durkis, thank you. So guys, if you want to support me, my description in this video has the link to the Discord in there, and that's my link that supports me. If you're interested in supporting me, I greatly appreciate that. That's how I make my living now. It's how I'm able to stream for you guys so much and be with you so much. It's truly blown me away at the amount of support I've gotten and I love spending time with everybody, man. So it's my passion. It's what I love to do. Um, my tip jars are in there if you're inclined to want to leave a tip. I appreciate that. Webull and Blowfin links are in there. Blowfin is a crypto exchange. Webull is what I use to trade on. It's a great platform, and that's what I will be teaching mostly on, that and TradingView. Okay. Um, One-on-one sessions are coming. I've done a few on the side while I'm waiting on the channel to be made official. So if somebody gets interested, hit me up, give me a holler in the Discord, let me know. And yeah, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. If there's something I can do for you, holler at me in Discord. I will do my best to get to it for you, and go from there. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Durkis. Yep. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate any support. I just told you how to support me if you can. Thank you. I will see you in the chats. All right. Peace. Love you guys.